Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Concert Junkies, Rob and John. Oh, yeah.
And we're live. Would you like to introduce yourself?
All right, so I'm Joshua Ward. I am the drummer and writer for Voraath. The other members couldn't be here, Chelsea, Paul, and Tyler. So it's just me. So
And by now, everybody should know who I am. I'm Rob. I'm going to start with a few hard questions, and then they'll get easier as we go.
all right.
Not musically. What do you want to leave as your legacy as a person?
Oh goodness. That's complicated, but I got a 10-year-old son. So for me, I try to. There's a few things in my life I try to, I guess, preserve for him, and that's my legacy. Is that boy? So I do a lot of martial art training. I was blessed to get to live in Okinawa, Japan. So for me, keeping that way of life, training and trying to be, it pushes you to be the best person you can be, and gives you a set of coping skills to navigate life, because life kicks the hell out of you. So it's a good system to keep you, you know, keep moving forward. So for me, my legacy to him is a warrior mindset. Keep pushing forward, and so that's through martial arts, of course, my music. So.
So I'm trying to read off of what Fran just sent me. Unfortunately, she had to not be on this one. Okay, so you guys are sci-fi and horror inspired.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite sci-fi / horror movie?
Oh man, that's hard, man. Because I like all the '80s when it's like Legend and stuff like that. With Tim Curry, Big Devil Guy stuff, which is more fantasy. But lately, I actually like the Prometheus movie. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I love the whole trying to go deeper to explain this kind of ancient aliens kind of approach to civilization. So I like that a lot. But
So this is one of my. Just give me 1 second here because everything doesn't want to work. So what does 2193 mean to you?
21. Oh, that's the year in which our story takes place, the lore of our music. So, of course, we have this very dystopian storyline that our music represents. So, but yeah, that's the year in which our characters, the story takes place in. So,
Did you get to pick your own characters, or how was that drawn? I mean, because Slipknot picked their own masks and everything else. How did you come up with your names or your characters?
all right. Well, that's a rabbit hole. So, we do pick our own characters, and pretty much before we even write music, we sit down and we try to plan. I got a bunch of whiteboards over here. I got tons of every one of them are filled up with story conceptualizing. So, oh, man, that tastes like meatloaf. Ugh. But So we built this whole complex multiverse. So before we even start writing our story, we made this dumbass crazy lore. So we create these celestial entities called the Atai, and these things govern different aspects of the universe. And then what we try to do is say, okay, what is some bullshit we can get into with the Atai? So what are some things that can happen? And so what we try to do is refine the story and keep refining it. So you got this overarching multiverse kind of grand cosmic thing, the tie, and then we're like, what is our place there in the story? And to me, that's where the music happens because music is emotional and it's kind of hard to, like a lot of tech metal bands, they'll just be like, they'll explain some celestial phenomenon. But to me, I don't know, we're trying to take it back to the roots that emotion drives to music. So with this overarching story, what we try to figure out, how can we apply an emotional state that we exist in this huge universe and try to make sense of it. So with that being said, we the story kind of focuses on us. We are these we're pretty much these mountain mercenaries in the year 2193. And we even tell it from the standpoint that we don't actually understand everything that's happening. So there's a lot of crap happening right now, and for us, we only thing we know is the planet's been ravaged. 80% of the population has disappeared. Corporations own different sectors of the planet, and we're just these. We've been trying to embrace our Appalachian heritage. We're just some dumbass mountain people who have who take on mercenary like jobs, retrieval jobs, contracting jobs. And we try to, that's our characters. And so in the story, we accidentally take on the wrong job that leads us into this really unfortunate cosmic story so it's funny. Mountain hillbillies, mercenaries in the future, dystopian planet. We don't know that we're getting ready to have to go combat some interdimensional entities, and we don't know this yet. And so we try to the music part is the emotional states that we're going through, because even though our journey is to get to these entities or to take out certain missions, we're doing a lot of side quests throughout. All of our songs are the side quest. So throughout it, so we end up running across weird creatures. We embrace some trauma. I sit down with everybody. I'm like, hey, what are you feeling? Some of the members cope with PTSD. Some members have had a lot of loss. So what I try to do is we take that energy and we put it in the story. So our characters just represent us in the story. So that's a lot of crap.
So, like, when you go on stage, do you play your music as, what do you call it, how the CD is or the streaming is, like, because it's story formed? Do you start with the beginning and then?
Yeah. And we're going to be working on that more. It's just right now with the smaller stages that we've been on, you're limited what you can do. But for the most part, our music starts from the very beginning of the story and it goes through the saga. Each song is a chapter in the story, and each chapter contains at least one emotional element. That way, it gives us a little bit of stuff to work with.
If you're an asbestos victim, pay close attention. Billions of dollars are being paid out to people like you.
Well, talking about playing, you're going on a run real soon.
Yeah. We're going with the convalescence, and we're going to be meeting up with our homies in a casket robbery, and I love those guys.
Then you have Carolina dates, I believe, that you're going to be with Dying Oath and don't quote me because I don't remember. I think the coursing. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
You have Dying Oath, Core Thing, you guys, and I think there's one other on that bill.
I don't know. I know Casket Robbery will be with us by that point. But yeah, other than, I think it's just those two for that show. I was hoping to get my boys from Valor. There's a band called Valor Mongolis that's down here, and those guys are awesome. I thought they were going to be playing it with us, but promoters didn't let them for some reason.
I'm not promising you anything because I have to look on the calendar, but you're actually coming by me.
Oh yeah, we're going to Dingbats.
You'll be in Dingbats on 10/10, I believe.
Yeah.
So then you might see me in the crowd. I don't know yet because of scheduling, and I don't know what day it lands on. If it's a work day, a little it's like an hour. It's like an hour drive, hour 45,
Oh,
something like that.
yeah,
All right,
that'd be
so
awesome.
let's have some fun questions here. Well, actually, no, this one's actually gonna be a little difficult, but still fun. Last Supper scenario. Who are your 12 people? You have to have one female present. We're leaving family members out of it. They could be cartoons, they could be musicians, they can be people from sci-fi. Who are your 12 people?
Oh man, that's complicated. All right, so 12 people. All right, so we got I'm gonna pick my band just because that's my team. So
Yeah.
that's 5 of them already. So that's or 4 technically right now. So Chelsea, Tyler, and Paul's gonna be with me. So I got this really sweet girl. Her name is Selena. So she's gonna be on there with me just because that's my go pick a fight partner. But then I'm gonna put Master Chief. Let's see, from Halo. Let's see. I'm gonna put Commander Shepard from Mass Effect. He's gonna be with me. Let's see. Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Let's see where we at. 5, 6,
Okay.
7, 8, 9. We're at 9. All right. Am I allowed to pick Scorpion?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, he's coming with me. That's my boy. There's this weird toothless redneck guy down the road. He's crazy. I don't even know his name, but he would do some crazy stuff I told him to. So he's with me.
Okay.
I don't know his name, but he's gonna be on there with me. So we're at 10. We need 2 more. Let's see. Oh shoot. The ghoul from Fallout 4. He's pretty cool. He's a jump on my team. And I don't know. I need an old lady that can cook. That can just make some mean ass cornbread and some chicken and dumplings. Let's see. I'm gonna find me a mamaw. So we're gonna put a mamaw undesignated, but we'll find her. So that'd be my 12 people. She makes some good cornbread.
So if you could have your own festival, 3-day festival, national, regional, and female fronted, who are you putting on those bills?
So it has to be female fronted.
I mean, it technically doesn't have to, but you have 3 days of what do you call it? I'm gonna say 4 bands apiece for those 3 days. Who are you, and of course you're playing. Who are you taking with?
That's a problem. I don't know that many female fronted bands. Let's see. So I mean,
Well, you mentioned 2 earlier, so that's your 2.
yeah, Dying Goth. They're awesome. We have a cool band that's from the Carolinas called Blackwater Drowning.
I love them. They're nice people.
Yeah, they're sweet folks, and we've been playing together forever. So I throw them up on there. Man, I would put this band called Myrkur, Myrkur. It seems like black metal from I don't know which country she's from, but man, she's awesome. So I'd put her, but she's she tours I think like Demi Borgir, and I think she's toured with Behemoth. So, but I'd put her on the bill. Let's see. A few more would be. Casket Robbery. I'm already taking him. If we go, we just got Casket Robbery with us. So, but other than that, I'm trying to think. Some more other buddies. I like this band. I met this band called Nailbite, I think it is, at the last festival.
They're amazing. They're amazing kids.
Yeah, you know what? The energy that girl was putting out there during the show, I was sitting there, I was actually watching going, dang. So, I think they're going to be doing a lot of good stuff coming up. Um, but after that, I'm starting to lose track of other female fronted bands.
Then you have regional, and then you have national.
Let's see, what would be a national one? I mean, see, I'm a little bit. See, I kind of stick to my. I have like a few bands I listen to. Most of the time, I write music. I spend more time writing. So I'm that guy who had burnt CDs with all the bands, and I can never tell you which band was on it. And I think I'm still like that. I just now learned my favorite band is Demi Borgir, and I just now learned what the actual album of my favorite song is because I always had like a burnt CD with it. So I just, I don't know. So
So
let's
so
see.
so I'm old enough that boombox, you had a boombox, and you had to hit record when things were on the radio.
Yeah,
Because if not, you didn't have a mixtape, you didn't have. It was all from 92.3 K Rock when that was a thing.
yeah. Yeah, well, that's golly. I still have that method because I listen like Emperor and Demi Borgir. I was big black metal roots back in the day, and it's like it's funny. I never learned the name of the song, so I'm just like, oh yeah, that song that's like and that's the name of the song to me. So, but yeah, that's the bands I would pick. I'm trying to think anybody else, but I just got into. I checked out bands like Ginger and stuff, but see, I'm more into like older, uh, like black metal, Septic Flesh kind of bands. I like Acid Bath, stuff like that. So a little bit different genres.
What is your biggest pet peeve when you're on stage and you look out at the crowd?
uh, Biggest pet peeve. That's kind of hard on stage. I don't really think of pet peeves. Um, yeah, I don't know. I can't really think of a pet peeve I would have on stage while I'm up there. Uh, Even with the band, they do good. I don't really have a complaint when it comes to any of that. So let me think. I'd have to like soul search for that one, but
No, like when you're
uh,
looking out at the crowd, like is there like people with their arms folded, or
I don't. I'm not the big. Now I will admit, this is gonna make people mad, but I'm not the biggest fan. If I start seeing people crowd kill or start hurting people, I'll probably jump out there. So I don't like when people get hurt. uh, I like when people are moshing, having a good time, feeling the music. But I've had an instance where a dude started crowd killing. I had to run out there and grab the guy and throw him off of people. So that would be it. I'm not the biggest fan of that. So, but other than that, nah, I'm whatever. If somebody wants to cross the arms, they can cross the arms. And to me, if they're listening to us, because we've actually figured this out. Sometimes we'll start a show like we played at Michigan Metal Fest. For the first song, people don't move a lot, and at first we took it offensive, like, "Man, are we that good?" I'm not sure because we start out fast. We're starting out 280 BPM, sometimes hitting a 300 song. And I think that's the problem is we're hitting people with such like a extreme shock and awe, kind of this extreme blast and stuff that the one person told us that they're like for the first moment they're just watching for a minute to see what happens. A lot of bands they'll start with good grooves, and so people are moving more. And so, so it's not a pet peeve if somebody crosses their arms. I kind of expect at this point that they're trying to figure out what the hell we're doing up there with masks and blasting and whatever we're doing. So,
I'll admit it on my own that when I'm at a show, I'm normally the guy with his hands folded because I don't know what to do with my hands. That like
yeah,
I'm 6 foot, I'm a big guy, and I don't want to be in anybody's. I feel like I'm always in somebody's way, or I'm not the 7 foot guy that what do you call it back of the shirt. I'm sorry for being tall. I just, I don't know what. I mean, I'm not that. I mean, I am that person that's always hand folded or by my side, or I'm enjoying every moment of it. It's just my happy place. Like I'm paying attention to the stage, not everything that's. I mean, of course, I'm paying attention to what's around me, but not around me. Like I don't, like it's a zone kind of thing, just not.
Yeah. I appreciate that because it's like to me, I can tell when I like a band more because I don't mosh. I like to when a band really hits you visually and they invokes emotion. I just like to watch. I'm like, whoa, this is magical. But if it's a band that's good enough, but they have some grooves, then I'll jump out there and mosh.
No, but I'm saying, and then normally I'm behind a camera, or I'm normally behind a camera or in front of a camera. Like I'm there, but it's not. What do you call it? Yeah, I just
Yeah.
it's just a happy place.
Yeah.
Let's have some fun. What can you say at a concert that you can say in the bedroom?
Oh Jesus.
You could say that at both places.
Yeah. Um, uh, oh man, my brain ain't working on all that one. You caught me off guard. I gotta dig into my brain for that one. You got one?
I tend to do that.
Let's say if you have a clever one, it might help stir the magic.
What's that smell?
Oh, for some reason when you said that, I smelled meatloaf instantly. Yeah. There's a lot of meatloaf smells at concerts. So, let's see. Man, I don't got nothing, man. You might. My brain just froze instantly.
Yeah, I have several here, but
what you got?
This will probably get me in trouble. ID's out.
Oh man, that's yeah. Everything I think of don't make sense, so it don't make sense. Yeah.
This world doesn't make any sense. So I mean,
Yeah. I'll have to tap out on that one right now. If something comes to mind, though, I'm gonna randomly throw it out there.
So when you guys go on tour, is there certain cities that you have a spot that you always want when you're there? You always have to go to.
You're talking about like when we're on tour, a place that we just like to go hang out, or like our favorite place to.
No, a favorite place. I mean, well, to hang out, or say you're going to Chicago. Is there a restaurant that you always want to go to when you're there? Is there, or Buc-ee's, or like, is there a, not unless you're a Taco Bell band. I'm just saying, like, is there things like when there's bands that have to go to every coffee shop they see on their route.
All right, so we have two things. So one, I'm a Chinese buffet connoisseur. So anytime we go on the road, I have to pick, and I actually have a sheet where I grade the Chinese food places across America. And there's some rough ones. There's some really, really bad ones. But I got to try it. But we're wanting to start this thing because, the Carolinas are known for its barbecue. And we even make our own barbecue sauce as well. And so what we want to do is start like trying barbecue in every state and like, rate it. Because, they take their barbecue pretty serious down here. But yeah, we made it all the way to, is it San Diego? And they have a barbecue place. and it was really expensive. And so we're like, oh, barbecue. Man, they overcooked that stuff. That was not barbecue. But so that's what we want to do. We talked about starting this like channel where we start doing the barbecue thing. So, but other than that, yeah, we tried Chinese buffets everywhere we go, and we're wanting to start. We like kayaking, so we're going to start bringing kayaks with us. We made it through like Montana, I think it was, and we seen this giant river, so we're going to start randomly kayaking while we're on the road.
So on your days off, I mean, your days off, you're gonna kayak.
Yeah, we gotta, stay a little bit healthier. I would say I drink a little bit more, but the problem is like I found this Coors in the refrigerator, and I already got heartburn. I drank one beer, half a beer, and I got heartburn already. So kayaking it is.
Is there any place that you have not played yet that is on the bucket list of places to play?
I wouldn't say specific venues, but yeah, we're just ready. Like I'm ready to go back. I want to play Japan. I have a contact over there when I used to stay in Okinawa. So I would love to go over there and play. Just because that'd be amazing. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. I'm just so excited to get anywhere. We've done the whole U.S. like a million times now in my career. So in Mexico, Canada. So I don't know. Naturally Europe, but the problem is Europe right now is bands at our levels. You can go to tour Europe, but what people don't know is these bands have to pay out of their pocket more than they're going to ever get back. And so pretty much you're just paying for a really expensive vacation to play. So
well, you have to ship your gear, not unless you rent gear while you're out there.
Yeah, I got a buddy man that went out there, and they came back. They were like, "Oh yeah, we're minus like $5,000." Yeah, we'll wait a little bit for that one.
So, what was the best? All right, this is a twofer, musically and not musically. What was the best advice you were ever given?
Oh man, don't get married. Let's see, that might be my new best advice to anybody. And I don't know. So that and I'm on this new kick, and this is gonna give me some trouble, but I'm on this new kick on giving bands advice about not doing anything. So, like artist development programs, all these artist development programs out there. So I'm trying to give bands advice of don't do it. It's all a scam. I used to be in artist development, and it's like, yeah, you ain't getting nothing. And they're going to drain you and put you in contracts and mess you all up. So that's my band advice or my advice to other bands right now. And brand yourself. Man, bands, that's one thing bands can do is to separate yourself from them. There's a million bands out there right now. Melda bands everywhere. And they all have the same complaint, is that the market is saturated. And so I always tell them, what is your brand? What is the way that you're going to step out? What contribution to the community can you do that's going to separate yourself from just a normal, I'm chugging and double bass drumming? It's like, well, so is every metal band. What about your brand? It separates you from everybody. And if you don't have a clear mission with that, it's going to be a little bit difficult. So,
So just as a concert goer and photographer and journalist, what is, because I wouldn't know this aspect of it. What's your feelings on meet and greets and the pricing?
Man, so I was fortunate. I was a tech for some pretty big bands and some pretty big artists as well. So saying this, I got to see this and play. I take for like Nile. I got to be Peace Sandoval, from Morbid Angel and Terrifier, Terrorizer. Sorry, not Terrifier. It's the movie Terrorizer. I got to be his drum too. I got to see a lot of these big bands, and they would do some of these things. And one, it's goofy. Two, half of them are making fun of the whole. They're making fun of the process. I've seen big bands make fun, but yeah, these dumbasses out here will pay money just to come hang out, and it's like, so I have a problem right now, especially right now, after seeing some of that, realizing that it's just best not to meet your heroes, anyways. I swear, some of these people have been really poopy. I've learned too much, so now the idea of a meet and greet is, hey, I'm going to pay for me to sit with you and yada yada, and because the music industry is rough. It's funny because some of these bigger bands too, people assume they're making a lot of money. They're not making as much money as people think. So I understand it's hard.
My entire thing, it's a very quick thing. You get a photo. Some venues don't even let you speak to them at all.
Yeah.
It's a sign and go, and you're spending. I'm not saying which artist, but I saw an artist wanted $275 for a meet and greet. I mean, when I saw that was kind of a turnoff.
I don't know. I just don't revere any human in that regard that high. And the coolest humans, like I got to meet Devin Townsend. He didn't charge me to come and meet him. He walked up and was like, hey, how you doing? It's good to meet you. I love Devin Townsend. For him to meet, that was one of the few people that I respect him as a person, as an artist. So for me, he didn't charge. He didn't nothing. He just walked up and said, hey, how you doing? I hope you like the show. Thank you for coming out. That made my day. But then you have these other, like, especially in extreme death metal, which is funny, they have this ego. And they need you to believe that they're bigger because maybe some of them, which I won't name, isn't as relative nowadays. So they need you to feed into their ego. So yeah, I'm just not a big fan of it at all. In other words, I mean, come on, we're an artist. We're in metal, especially metal is not that big as a collective, especially extreme metal. So I think some of these artists should just be grateful that fans care about them at this point. And that's one of my problems, is that they'll feed into some of these people and ask for all this money. Nah, I'm just not a fan of it.
Really run with the ball. For quite some while now.
Trying to go through what Brand sent over.
Very good substitute. And the appeal, but then the follow-up is saved by Anderson down with Lorenzo Colombo. Referee not interested. And Calabria forward from the back. Doyle was struggling here in the ground. Got a high line. It's a lovely ball played down the side. It's the fullback, Calabria, that tries to bend it with his left foot. A special guest this evening. Yankee Stadium, Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
So if you weren't playing music at all, like that was not a thing, the world ended, no music whatsoever, what would you think you'd be doing?
Teaching. So I was a teacher for a while, and I spent a lot of time in academia. But right now I would just go back to, and I still do, I teach hand-to-hand combat and weapons. I like to make sure people can protect themselves. Been doing that for about 24 years. And I used to teach in school. I used to teach science and other bullcrap. I got my undergrad in alternative medicine and biology, and then weirdly I got a master's in Chinese medicine, which is funny. So I used to be an acupuncturist.
That's good to know.
I'm gonna needle you. But yeah, I want to help people still, and I specifically like children. I used to work a lot with abused children. I want to, man. There's not enough resources out there helping a lot of children. It's been, and there ain't enough mentors as well. You know, people that can actually help some of the youth. And I work with these boys in martial arts and stuff, and they don't have discipline. They don't have a lot of things. This one boy, well, I say his boy is like 22, but couldn't cook a piece of chicken. So I thought, no, we're going in the house, man. You're gonna learn how to cook, man. You're gonna learn how to do basic necessities, and there's a lack of father parental like people out there. So that's what I would probably end up doing. So still will probably end up doing it. So
So were you a teacher out here or you were a teacher out there?
uh, out here,
Out here.
yeah.
Are you still fluent in Chinese or
Yeah, so you get your bachelor's 4 years, and I spent another 4 years getting my credentials in classical Chinese medicine. I specifically went to or specialized more in like post-traumatic stress and a lot of neuromuscular, a lot of this, a lot of physical ailments. So, because Chinese medicine is broad, also there's a lot of quacky stuff. I'm not gonna lie, spending a lot of time in alternative medicine. I warn people, be careful. Do not get on YouTube or get on the internet because I'm like, oh, if you're sick, take echinacea, take some dandelion root, and then they take the wrong thing and like have killed themselves. And being a diagnostician is much more complicated. Where your symptoms arise can be very, very different. So I spent a lot of time doing that, but to be honest, I just got a little disheartened with the medical system. I just felt like I couldn't make a difference. So I still practice, but not for a profession anymore.
So before we actually wrap this up, do you have any advice for anybody coming into the scene now? What not to do?
Oh boy, yeah. Oh boy. So I'll make it quick, but I'm a drummer. I love writing. I play, I write a lot of the guitar, the symphonies and stuff in the band as well. I love playing music. The problem is there's these weird tiers. You start out as a local band. You're playing, Jim's Chicken Shack over here. You're just excited to play your music in front of people. Then you start creating a mission. You're like, okay, how do I get my music as big as, say, Behemoth? I always told myself, I want to be on stage with Behemoth or Demi Borgir. And I keep it on my whiteboard. It's still up there. It's like, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to not do it. And so, but it takes steps. So I start creating these plans. And so I tell these bands that the problem is the next tier is you start touring. This is where the music industry has these and management and development programs and all these other things. This is where they're sitting and watching because they see these bands and they'll see some bands with some prospects. And what they do is they'll prey on it. They'll give you all these. They'll be like, "Oh, we can get you this and this. We'll get you these big opportunities." It's a lie. And with that said, I would tell a band, a lot of these bands they'll focus on, like, say, Dark Funeral comes to North Carolina. Well, local bands will fight each other to open that thing. They'll go out there and they'll sell all these tickets and they'll do all this stuff, and someone will even pay to get on these shows. And I want to tell them don't, because one, these bands are sitting in the back making fun of you. Two, it ain't gonna make your band bigger. And so all the time that you spend hoping that if you invest by doing that and fighting other bands, if we could bond together better as a community, help each other, and then realize that the only way that you're gonna get out there is just hard work. You gotta brand yourself, create a brand, create a mission, get out your whiteboard, create your monthly plan, make your yearly plan, and make your 5-year plan. And a lot of bands don't do that, so they're just playing. They wind up under unfortunate contracts with a bunch of bullcrap people that seem to help them. It never works that way, and unfortunately, we know from experience now, we messed up a little bit, which is why it's been a little bit hard for us. But saying this to other bands, it's like, man, focus on your brand. Also embracing the things like TikTok, social media. Touring isn't as like touring's good, don't get me wrong, but it's expensive. And I know some bands right now, which I won't name, that are selling out shows. They're selling out, and they had to borrow money to come back home because there's many factors into why that's so. Utilizing stuff that you can do yourself, like TikTok, social media, get marketing, get you a PR person. Bam! Don't worry about management or labels and crap because they don't really care for you. They're just hoping to make a quick cash grab at this point. That's what it seems like. So I would tell bands that.
So mainly where you're making your money is on merch. Everything else is so you get to the next step.
Yeah, we're traveling shirt salesmen, or we're going to be traveling barbecue sauce salesmen soon. So.
And shirts and hats and
Yeah.
mugs and everything else. So like I support in other ways. I'm not a merch person because I'm a very minimalist kind of person. I don't need abundancy of merch. But I will. I might not buy a merch item, but I'll put it in a tip jar or something. Something like a local show. They have tip jars, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's nice because I tell you this, anything on the road helps because, and even our last tour, people don't realize. I hate to say, I won't even say it, but or how much, but you don't make money out there touring. You almost end up going in a hole couple thousand sometimes. So
or break even. So it's kind of like it's Russian roulette, honestly. I mean, and I see the memes and everything. They don't come to your city because they don't like you. I always think that's funny. No, because it doesn't normally. Sometimes the leg of the tour doesn't work that way. Like they have a date. These are the dates that they have available all through. They're just gonna have to catch you next time if there's dates available. It's all about. You can't drive to New Jersey and then do it. I mean, it takes time. Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania, Maryland. Like there's only 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
Like I don't get butthurt if there's a you want to see the band, drive to it.
Right.
Like I'm not saying 18-hour drive for a one night thing. If it's like they're playing in New York and you're from New Jersey, that's maybe a 2.5 hour thing. Depends on where.
Right.
Like I go 2.5 hours away each way to go to Love Draft Co. in Merrisburg, Pennsylvania to see somebody.
Right.
Have you ever been there yet?
I haven't been there. We've come to Dingbats. We played there 2 years ago, and then that's been my guitar player. He does welding, so he got to go to what's that beach in New Jersey? It's the famous beach.
Asbury.
That had the TV show was shot there.
Oh,
Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore. I think that was Seaside Heights.
Seaside Heights, that was it. So he got put over there. So I got to go stay with him for like 2 weeks up there. So I was like, that was kind of fun. I actually had a good time. But it is a lot different though, like from like that part of the U.S. and then we're down here at the edge of the mountains, a place called Kaiser, North Carolina. No one, even around here, people don't know where that place is. And it's such a different temperament, because around here it's like, hey, everything's good. You wave at everybody, and then we made it to the edge of New Jersey and everybody's like, they weren't having it.
we're a different breed of human being if you're from New Jersey or New York. Different breed of people. I'm not saying we're all assholes. We are nice. It depends on situation, but yeah, we're a different breed.
Yeah.
So
Well, part of me
I
kind of
go out,
appreciates it.
no, like I go out to Pennsylvania and I'm like, you were nice to me. Like I mean, like I haven't got a chance to go out to Virginia or the Carolinas yet to meet some of you guys, but it it's a culture shock. Like you said hello, like
Well, I'll tell you, even in like North Carolina, if you're in the mountains, it is so different in the mountains. Then you go to Central North Carolina, it sucks. You know, the Middle North Carolina, it is. I don't know. Now going towards Raleigh ain't so bad over there. It's not bad, but the Middle North Carolina, people are still dicks, and they're in the South. They don't make sense. But as soon as you hit the bottom of the mountains up, it's like people are just nice again. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. We have a lot of meth heads still in catalytic converters, but you know, you just shoot at them a few times, they take off running, you're fine.
so your personal little duck hunt, it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, yeah, it's you would think a different culture. I mean, a different. I can't think of the word, but I'm just saying different parts of the world. Culture shock. Me coming to Pennsylvania or whatever. Yeah, very pleasant.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Actually, like I said, I like Seaside Heights. I had a good time. I mean, these dudes started fighting on the side, and as soon as I walked in, this person, as soon as they heard my accent, they were like, "Whoa, where are you from?" So we started talking, and it was fun. But we crossed over the bridge from Seaside Heights back into like the main part, and I went to a Dollar Tree over there, and man, this girl, I don't know where she was from. She was sitting there trying to get something in line, and this lady behind her just yells. She's like, "Get out of the fucking line!" And just starts screaming at her to get out of the line. And I'm sitting there like, "Ooh, man, I ain't used to somebody screaming at you in the middle of a Dollar Tree." So
it happens. It's a thing out here. It happens.
Yeah, it was kind of fun though. I was watching, so it was entertaining.
So I suggest when you come back to Jersey the 10th, make sure you get a pork roll, egg and cheese, salt, pepper, and ketchup when you're down here.
Okay, I was gonna write that down because I'm a foodie. So anytime you say something new to eat,
it is called pork roll, not tailored ham. Pork roll, and yeah, I'm gonna hear some shit for it, but it is pork roll. Taylor Ham is the company's name. Bite me.
Oh yeah. All right. Well.
Yeah, definitely pizza. Because I know pizza's probably different. I mean, if you had New Jersey pizza, New York pizza, it's a lot different than what you have by you.
Yeah, no, pizza ain't the best around here.
I can't help you with the barbecue places in Clifton, but I know over here there's like 2 or 3 that are pretty decent.
Yeah, it's a good place. It's like because we don't have a lot of different like culture. Like they had this like place that had like pierogies and all these things. So we don't have a lot of that around here. So for me, that was new. So I got to eat that. I was like, whoa, that was exciting. So. So yeah, I love different culture foods.
With onions and sour cream is the best way to eat a pierogi.
Oh man, that's making me hungry right now.
Yeah. All right, so before I let you go, let's promote your tour that's coming up soon, and where you can be followed and all that lovely stuff.
All right. So, so the tour will be starting October 5th in Ohio, and we'll be making our way up north I actually don't know how far north we're going, but northeast. We're doing northeast, making our way back down to the Carolinas, which we're excited about. We don't get to play home very much for some reason. I don't know why. So we're excited to get to play home. And so yeah, it's only a 10-day run with the convalescence and casket robbery, and so I'm excited about that. And Dino to be on one of the shows, the Carolina shows, they're really cool. I'm excited for that. You can catch us, like I said, we have Facebook, Instagram. Our YouTube is the thing we're trying to promote the most because we spend a lot of time creating these videos. I don't know if you've seen a few of the videos where we're just like whooping each other's ass in a post-apocalyptic world, fighting creatures, and we done it all ourselves. Everything we do, the costumes we design ourselves, everything we do, we spent all the time trying to create this vision. So our YouTube, which is Elderverse, but if you just put in Voraath, in the search bar. We're the only Voraath in existence, I think, spelt the way we are, at least. I hope.
Yeah.
So we did have a website, but that stuff's expensive, so now we don't have it. So we have social media, and like I said, our YouTube is our thing we're trying to promote the most.
So if they want to get tickets, is there a spot for anywhere for them to buy tickets directly through you, or they have to go through the venue?
Let's see. I think it's mostly through the venue. I've not got any ticket links, so I think it mostly be through the venue. So, but there is on Facebook and Instagram. There's the event pages up and everything. So definitely look for us if anybody's want to come out. So we love it. And if you come out, we usually bring Dino chicken nuggets with us and barbecue sauce, and we always eat some Dino nuggets for no reason. I don't know why we do that.
Hey, it's your thing. And who's gonna pass up Dino Nuggies? I might just go get some now.
Man, I'm so hungry. Let's go eat, man. What are we doing?
I know. What are we doing with our lives? All right. So before we sign out, is there anything you would like to say to your fans?
No, we're just grateful for everybody that has supported us. We like I said, everything we're doing is grassroots. We're doing everything ourselves, and so far the band's only been around for a little over 2 years, and it's grown a lot just in 2 years. So we're very grateful. So right now, there's a lot of thank yous. Come and eat some Dino Nuggets with us.
And buy their barbecue sauce.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta make some more. Whew, let's go eat, man.
All right, with that being said, I will see everybody next time. Just as a reminder, this is on Facebook, this is on YouTube, this is on Twitch. It is just Concert Rob because it would not let me finish what the hell I was saying. I don't use underscore anything. So I will see you guys in a couple weeks or so. I'm going to throw you more content as soon as I have it. Peace out, everybody.